Questions like these are generally solved using a standard method which involves finding the grand total of all the values. That is, in this case, the grand total of the heights of all the students and then dividing it by the number of students to find the average. So in this case, the standard method will involve finding the total 1 of the initial 10 students, which comes to 105 multiplied by 10, which is 1050 centimeters. Then for the next 20 students, the total will be 20 multiplied by 120, that is 2400 centimeters. So the grand total height of all the 30 students will be addition of these two values, which comes to 3450 centimeters. Therefore, the average for all the 30 students will come to 3450 divided by 30, which is the total number of students, and the average comes to 115 centimeters. I prefer to use an alternate method which is based on the weighted average concept. I'll try to explain it to you. I've drawn a scale here. At one end is 105 centimeters, at the other end is 120 centimeters. 10 students belong to 105 centimeters, whereas there are 20 students at 120 centimeters. Since the number of students here is more, the average, overall average number will be something that is closer to 120 than 105. That is, the difference between the average and 105 will be more than the difference between average and 120 centimeters. Now this difference is actually the exact opposite ratio of the number of students distribution. So if number of students are in the ratio of 1:2, the differences here will be in the ratio of 2:1. That means the difference between 105 and A will be 2x, and the difference between A and 120 will be x. So that is, the total difference is of 3x. So total difference is 15 centimeters, which is equal to 3x. Therefore, x is equal to 5 centimeters. Therefore, A is 5 centimeters less than 120 centimeters. Therefore, average comes to 115 centimeters. This concept, weighted average concept, is actually simple. Maybe I have not explained it that well, but it involves lot less calculation than the standard method. Once a student gets a grip of this weighted average concept, some questions like these can be solved within seconds. I'll try and explain this concept again in further questions. I will try to better explain my alternate method based on weighted average concept while solving this question. In this question, it is given that for the first 7 months, the average consumption of the car is 110 liters, whereas for the next 5 months, the average consumption of the car is 86 liters. And we are asked to find the overall average for the 12 months. So the overall average number will be a number closer to 110 than 86, because the number of months for 110 is larger than the number of months for 86. And the ratio of the differences between 86 and average and 110 and average is exactly opposite to the ratio of the number of months distribution. Since this ratio is 5:7, the ratio of this difference and this difference will be 7:5. Therefore, this difference I have mentioned as 7x, this difference I have mentioned as 5x. That means the total difference between 86 and 110, which is 24 liters, is a total of 7x plus 5x, that is 12x. Therefore, 12x is equal to 24 means x is equal to 2. So using x is equal to 2, the value of 5x will be 10, and since this average is 5x less than 110, we get the overall average as 100 liters. Isn't this method much simpler than the standard method, where we are supposed to do a lot more calculations? It also consumes more time to use the standard method. I hope I have better explained this concept while solving this question than what I managed to do for the previous question. let the previous average weight of the 8 persons be x kgs. After a person weighing 65 kgs is replaced by a new person, the new average is increased by 1.5 kg. That means the new average will be x plus 1.5 kgs. So now the increase in the total weight of all the 8 persons will be this increase in average, that is 1.5 multiplied by the number of persons. Therefore 1.5 multiplied by 8, which is 12 kgs. That means the increase in the total weight of all the 8 persons will be 12 kgs. Now this increase has happened because one person weighing 65 kgs was replaced by a new person. So this new person has brought in this extra 12 kgs with him. Therefore his weight will be the 65 kgs plus 12 kgs, that is 77 kgs. This is our required answer.